Alright. Hello. Good day. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. And welcome to an off-schedule stream of Layers of Fear. This is meant to be a narrative horror. I'm not sure how much, jump scares and spookiness there is. And, welcome in. And I hope you've had a great weekend, Sunday, Saturday, whichever, and I hope your upcoming week will be good as well. If anyone is here and would like to tell me if the volume's good, I'd like to know. It looks like it's coming in well, but I'm a little worried that, it's too loud compared to your voice, but I don't know how much talking I'll have to do, but hopefully you can hear me over things, and maybe check for tones, and that's good. So, yes. A little bit about this game. This is developed by Clear Team. They did things like Communion, which is also kind of more narrative horror too. It's not meant to be Resident Evil levels of spooky. Now, I originally did play the first Layers a long time ago, but this is meant to be remade. This is the full story.
I once had it all. My palate was sated, nostrils stimulated, standing venerated. Then one day, you took everything away but shame and pain. I'm still not sure what game you're playing, but I'm back. I'm taking what's mine.
10 years earlier, so I believe will be the lady is the daughter. Her story will be after the writer's story, but this is, I believe, the story of the father. So compared to the original Layers of Fear, this is definitely a full graphical upgrade. Everything looks nice and, well, creepier maybe? Well, it was already pretty creepy to begin with, but it's like cleaner creepiness.
It made me think of your poem. Congratulations!
So that, also we have like an actual character now, because for the daughter in the first one we couldn't tell what she looked like, so this is, she actually exists, and she has, hands and stuff. And this is a lighter with birds on it. I'm taking that with us. Collect an item. Collectible too? Oh, that is. Oh, and I assume that's Dad. Is this his room? Is this our remember having an inventory before, so we'll see how that works. Oh shit, I forgot. It's not just a matter of interacting, you have to actually pull the door.
Dear, congratulations once again on winning our competition. Let us repeat, your submission astonished us, and we are delighted to welcome you in our hermitage. Make yourself at home. The whole lighthouse is at your disposal.
The boat will arrive once a week with supplies, and if you need anything, I appreciate that it's mostly voiced, but I kind of wonder why it didn't just read the whole letter. Boat will arrive once a week with supplies, and if you need anything, there's a phone on the premises. Wishing you a fruitful and inspirational stay management. Anything around? No, it's not.
The author of the winning essay will receive an opportunity to write the book on the subject in our lighthouse, accommodated especially for this purpose.
Our writing competition, the agency invites all interested writers to submit their essays concerning the life and work of one of the most mysterious and tragic figures in the history of modern art. Submissions will be open until the author of the winning essay will receive an opportunity to write the book on the subject in our lighthouse, accommodated especially for this purpose.
The author of the winning essay will...
It doesn't say
Whole lighthouse is at your disposal. My ass.
I'm an adult, Mama. Crippled or not, I can take care of myself now. It's time for you to focus on yourself. I can't wait to read that book. Love you. I'm an adult, Mama. Crippled or not, I can take care of myself now. It's time for you to focus on yourself. I can't wait to read that book. Love you.
Okay, that's not spooky at all. Anything in here? No. What the fuck?
Hello?
I received the word that you came to the lighthouse. You find everything to your liking.
Well, that was fast. Yeah, I'm here.
I'm very pleased to hear it. Now, are you writing?
What?
You must understand, Mrs., it is imperative that you start your work as soon as possible. I will remind you that you signed a contract. So it is very specific on the timeline. I would advise you abide by it. Goodbye.
That's a little...
Now that was a conversation I was too sober for.
That's a very strange and sus tone. Okay, now there's the creepy blinky light, which I didn't look at, so let's check out this space before exiting. Oh no. Downstairs. Is it the hey Braylee and welcome in. Is this the start of spook? Oh, I'm faint? Okay, let me see. Let me increase it. How about now? Is it louder, or is it a matter of me needing to speak clearly because I am, like, a good foot away from the mic. Spooky season isn't quite starting just yet, but this could be the beginning. So, yes, let's, hopefully I don't get too spooked just yet. Oh crap, it is really fucking dark. Did that need to do that? Yeah, that was weird. The mouse kind of untethered for a moment.
Look, I'm aware of the rat's presence, okay? But nothing can be done about it. They've been on this island as long as anyone can remember. It's in our best interest to leave them be.
Okay, good to know. I'll try to speak a little louder, but it's kind of hard because I generally have a hard time speaking louder. But yeah, we'll try. Rats, okay. Nothing down here, just a generator and darkness, and I can't run, so that's great. I think we can go outside now, maybe? Upstairs. Okay, can't go upstairs because it's out of order.
Our sources say 428 entries have been submitted to the agency. The entry that won was surprising, to say the least. It wasn't a scholar who won it, nor someone with proper education that would give him an understanding of life. It was a sensationalist, a horror writer, and...
Oh, it cuts off. Can't rotate it either. That is not... Okay. Fuck. Nothing in there. There's power there. This was a door that's locked. Well, the ambient noises are quite nice. Oh, I hear the rats, which is great. Yeah, I'm supposed to be writing. Or not. You can not write, sure. Are we supposed to check the basement now? Yep, we're checking the basement. There wasn't anyone here before. But what do I know? Guess it's time to... guess what time you should check the logic first. So she's supposed to be a writer, and she was invited to this lighthouse to very specifically write about, I guess, the artist? She's under contract, so she has to get it done. But... you know, stuff happens, and that's still locked. Nope, still nothing there. Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, hello, rats. Canvas. Yes, this is going to be the creepy painting, I'm sure. Yep, not cursed at all, right. Do I touch the painting? Or do I have to leave? Let me see. You can't touch the painting.
Might as well make some good use of the phone while I'm here.
Okay, sure. Let's call someone.
Hello?
Yeah, there's a wild
Hi, darling.
ECG if you'd like to catch that.
I'm calling to let you know I'm here. Can you believe the agency already called to see if I was working?
That's insane. Did you at least have time to settle in a bit? How's the lighthouse? Inspiring? Spooky? Haunted?
All of these things. I was just looking around and it's certainly something. How are you? Do the meds work?
Don't you worry about me, Mama. This is your time to do your work. To live your life.
Well, maybe you're right. I should probably get to it then. Bye, son. Love you.
Love you too, Mama.
$1955. Is that a recent calendar, or is this lighthouse just old? Try again with the writing? Painter story, the house.
I know how you must feel. Lost. Alone. Hopeless. You probably deserve it. But even for you, there is still a way. A way to bring it all back. The one precious thing you ever truly desired. Finish it.
Great portrait that is painted with feeling is a portrait of the artist not of the sitter, Oscar Wilde, picture of Dorian Gray. Okay, this is much more familiar. I believe we are now the painter, and I think we're here to finish the painting, basically. Rats, hello.
We would like to ask you to cease bothering our pest control specialists, as well as refrain from sending us any more of your highly inappropriate letters. All of our employees that visited your house reported absolutely no signs of a rodent infestation of any kind, and as such, decided not to act further than a prophylactic spraying. Please treat this letter as a final warning, or else the next envelope you'll receive will be from our lawyers.
With best regards, Carl Denton, Pesky Pests Pacification Club. Okay. I'm missing something. Maybe mirror and crowbar? Look at all the things. It's certainly very atmospheric, which is nice. There's something there too. Can't tell what those shapes are though. That kind of looks like a pistol. It looks like a box. Interesting. Kitchen.
Some call him the new Caravaggio. Others compare him to Van Eyck, and one awestruck critic who wished to remain unnamed went as far as to invoke, quote, the spirit of the great Leonardo. Any way you slice it, the exhibition proved an immense success. Its distinct style has been praised for its unique combination of Renaissance influences and more progressive techniques. The artist himself attended the event in the company of his beautiful fiancée, looking stunning in her black gown, revealed to us exclusively that the couple are indeed expecting.
Kitchen.
Figured you'd be up all night, so I made you a little treat. You know, I bet even Rembrandt occasionally took time off from being brilliant and snored his head off like the rest of us common folk. I know. In other words, get some sleep, you big dummy. I love you.
This is a fancy kitchen. It's kind of weird having a giant painting where food should be, but you know. Alright, paint, rose d'or, burnt umber, sienna, brushes, times 5, air fresheners, times 5, times 50 packs, apples, 10 kilograms, booze, 30. That's a lot of booze. I guess that's the shopping list. Paprika, a lot of flavor. Used with wild abandon and sauces marinade on or mixed with but or something for bread or past. Pantry. Nothing of note in the pantry. Oh, it closed the door. Paprika, a lot of flavor? Question mark. I guess that's what the label says, but paintings. Interesting there. Bathroom. A lot of points. Let's take a look. Drawers. Got some medals. Some sort of book which I can't touch. A flush. Gross. A false leg.
How the hell did they fuck up the length?
Let's see, one below knee prosthesis. I think this is his prosthetic, but it's not correct. Pill bottle, snake oil, elixir. That is a full sink. Why is the water on? Can't turn off the water. It's just gonna flood. Okay. Drawers. Locks. That, I'm sure, is maybe spilled wine, even though it's kind of like blood. Drawers. Note.
I'm sorry for yesterday. You were right. I
Water so
overreacted.
wasteful, yes. And hello
It's
there,
just
Red
that
Jar. Or
This
Red
isn't about me.
Jar Red Gaming. How you doing?
It's about her. Everything I do with her best interest in mind. I guess I've always believed that in an imperfect world, it's worth it to strive for perfection. Now I'm starting to sound like my father. I will work on my temper, though. Promise. We'll talk later.
So, how are you doing this fine Sunday? I assume it's still Sunday for you, Jar. Thank you very much for a hug. Returning a hug back. Oh, looks like you were last seen playing Phasmo. How was that? I know that they did some improvements and changes and I think made things harder, but I haven't really had the chance to try Phasmo at all. I did try Demonologist recently, and that was interesting, but like very unforgiving, so I wasn't sure I like that one just yet. I don't mind trying again. I don't mind trying Phasmo myself, so I can have it. Yeah. We're good, just lurking and working on projects. Nice. Pretty new to Phasmo, so it's been a trip. Also, interesting news. Working on projects. If that's like work, that doesn't sound like fun, but it's a personal project. It could be fun, yeah? Anyways, this is Layers of Fear. It's supposed to be a narrative horror. Right now it's just creepy, but you know, stuff happens and things are supposed to be spooky, so we'll see how spooky it actually is. Okay, so this implies that he has temper issues, of course. That is supposed to be describing the character routine right now. What is that? Propel. Dog collar? Broken clock, maybe? Little Vinny and Parker. Red call us now and forget about it. 555-3825. Fast, efficient, and discreet. I can't see the thing, but it looks like a mobster tying up a rat, and I guess that's how you take care of the rats. Is this the remake or OG? This is the remake, actually. I did play the original a long time ago, and I think the original came with like the DLC, but this is everything. So it's the painter, the daughter, the actor, and everything from here onward to the end of Layers of Fear 2. It's basically the whole thing squished into one. But I think it's definitely a remake because it's definitely nicer graphics and everything. That's a rat trap. Ooh, that's a lot of rat traps. I don't think I can walk over that. Oh yes, I can walk over that, and I can trigger all of them. Okay. There's nothing here, so... Nice, only played the demo of the remake, but also played the original full. Yes, I did note that this one has a little bit of a prequel with a writer, and I think she's supposed to be writing about this artist as part of the story.
I didn't touch the workshop, just like you asked.
But that was
Although
definitely not
I can't imagine the mess that's inside. Also, if you care so much for that room, maybe you should pay more attention to where you leave the keys. I brought them back to your office.
Didn't touch the workshop. Okay, so this must be a note from maybe a maid. Care so much for that room. We should be more. Okay, yeah, that sounds kind of like a voice of a maid. It's paint and it's locked, so that's probably. Oh, it could be basement. Okay, do I want to check out the basement first, or do I want to check out upstairs first? Since we're here, creepy basement. Lots of rats. What is that squishing? Oh, it's just the crunching noise, but it's like really crunchy for something that's not an unusually textured floor. It's kind of hard to tell, but... More rats? That's pick up a lot of dust for a single rat, but okay. Report card reading CDFC. Written communication DBCD. Wow, these are really bad grades. Mathematics B DFC. Also science and health CDCF. Social science DCFD. Art AABA. Music BABA. Physical education excuse from class. What is this? Average grade DDC. They're really good with the art and music, though, so clearly not interested in anything else besides that. Whose card is that, though? I'm always appreciating other streams, so I wanted to stop in. Like you said, you'll be lurking here, but here in heart and spirit. Ah, yes, thank you very much for dropping by. Good luck with your projects. And thank you for lurking. Do you intend on playing this? I mean, you mentioned you played the demo, but I don't know if you intend on playing this yourself at some point in time. Okay, that was the creepy basement for now. Stuff for storage. Nothing too bad, maybe some rats too.
I'm so sick and tired of us talking through these notes. We live in the same house, for God's sake. Come talk to me when you're done, before you go to sleep.
So, clearly there's communication issues between the character and his wife, most likely. It's probably his wife, not just his mother. They do have a child. Before you sleep, but yeah, talking to nerds. Oh, and there's a wild weeping bell in PCG if anyone wants to catch that. Piano? That's a pretty piano. It's kind of small, but... Oh, music sheets. Yay, creepy sound. Multiple creepy sounds. Office? Nothing in there, just touching all the things, opening all the drawers, because why not?
Let me ask you one simple question. Have you completely lost your goddamn mind? I know you're going through some rough times right now. I really do. That's why I've agreed to let you do those illustrations in the first place. For old time's sake. I even deliberately gave you a trivial task, because I expected Little Red Riding Hood to be something you can draw in your sleep. What I didn't expect is to get this demented nightmare fuel you submitted for a kid's bedtime story. There is no way in hell I'm using this, and I already regret agreeing to a payment in advance. Please, get your shit together.
Hero pal, William Brickstone, Whispered Tale Promotions. What the heck kind of painting is that? Oh, okay. That's the illustration, which apparently the publishers deemed too spooky for a children's novel. I don't know, it looks pretty cool. But that's my opinion. Hello? No? Nobody. Jar of pencils. Oh, that's the pistol. Yeah, I'm not looking at that too long. Okay. So that's his office, I assume. Over there. Two rooms here.
Been working all night. Don't wake me up.
Bedroom? What's that? Wait, how close?
Might not be a household name yet, but just give her time. The incredibly talented multi-instrumentalist gave an astounding performance last night, winning over even the most ardent naysayers. Quote, "She was simply astounding. I haven't seen such passion, energy, and skill in years," stated famed pianist Daniel Richter. He was not alone in his praise. It seems even Anthony Giles, one of its harshest critics, has finally seen the light. Giles had previously made disparaging comments about the artist, stating, quote, "There's more to performing music than enthusiasm in a pretty face." When asked if, after witnessing last night's performance, he regrets these words, Mr. Giles gave us a look that can only be described as a mixture of awe and embarrassment. Pressed for an answer, he simply said, "Yes." We caught up with the star.
Pictures? Violin, perhaps? Candles?
The long-awaited opening of the Galactic Department Store turned into hell on Earth when the building's wiring burst into flames. While the majority of the visitors managed to reach the emergency exits in time, several unfortunate attendees were trapped in the back of the building, having no chance to escape the raging inferno. The exact number of casualties has not yet been determined, although it is estimated that at least a dozen people have been severely injured. The owner of the Galactic, Ronald Sheffield, has so far declined to comment on today's tragic events.
Model? What the heck is that? paint? I think it's paint. Medical supplies roll of bandages. 2.5 inches wide, 3 yards long, sterilized in the Bay Division of Bezos. Oh, walking stick.
Sorry. Couldn't sleep. The leg's been acting up again. Figured I might as well do some work. I love you.
Looks like that's it for the, unless... What's that? A ring? It doesn't quite look like an engagement ring, just a regular ring. Are those openable? Those do not have knobs on them. That's weird. That's locked. I see another door. Yes, that opened by itself. I did not touch that. That's locked. So I guess we have to go there. The daughter's room, perhaps. Dolls, yay. Too long. Move, maybe.
Why pink?
What's this? Why pink?
Hush. Daddy's here.
And that's all the rooms are open. Check it out right here.
I didn't touch the... I didn't touch the workshop, just like you had.
Okay, office. Looking for a key. It should be in my office. So, right there. Oh, yeah, right there.
No, this is private.
Get it right this time. How the heck did you paint that up there? Or is it not actually real? Because so many things are supposedly hallucinations. It's covered for a reason. Get working on your bag. That's an achievement. It got very quiet all of a sudden.
Two souls, so passionate, so talented, and yet they wanted to build something so ordinary. A home, a wife, a family, peaceful life. Betrayal of everything that made them both artists, and yet they clung to it.
Yeah, the house seems to have changed. Okay. Looks like, it's begun for real. Can't go back. Okay. Footsteps. Save the date. Request the pleasure of your company to celebrate their wedding on Saturday, the 9th of June at St. Luke's Chapel at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Collect a piece of the story. Ooh, I do like the creepy sound effects, sort of. Did that change?
They don't understand what it takes to make a good painting.
Not yet.
The work doesn't start with the brush, just like family doesn't start with marriage. It starts with canvas.
Just out of reach. That was weird.
We are truly thrilled to hear that you accepted our humble proposition. After discussing dates with my colleague, we find this date the best time to open the exhibition. We need time to set everything up. Getting a piano to our gallery will be no small feat.
Respectfully, Thomas Caldwell, Legible Gallery. Wanderer, take 1,000 steps. Interesting. Something that I can actually grab from the cabinet. Piece of canvas. Man, that thing's making a weird sound from over here. First step is the harshest. Spilled wine?
I can't remember the last time I wore these. The last time I could move freely.
This looked like a mannequin for a minute. Large Merlot's. Septium deep, Jens Profilium, Noctis, Capricibus Explendidus. Okay. Nothing there. That's locked. That's not openable. Like, rolling to the left. I'm sure that's fine. Except it's wrecked and missing items. Oh, key. Interesting. And now that's gone. Okay. Back to the original room. pencils.
Now, a tiny bit to the left. Yes, just like that. Hold that pose. I want to get all those lovely curves just right.
What is the back?
I'm not that round.
The back says I'm not that good. Wild Kufan for PCG if anyone wants to try to catch that. Words never forget over the door. The halls are moving again. And that portrait is gone. That's a little unsettling. Oh fuck. That's a little unsettling too. Tripping paintings. Falling paintings. Oh, what a mess. What is that? That's a sculpture. Paint. Okay. That was a deer with, like, paint leaking out of its mouth. Let's see. Buried hopes never die.
I think I have the music for all the paintings now. I'm going to play it for you this evening. You're going to love it.
Oh, dark. Heck? Oh, this is spigot coming out of this paint. It's leaking red paint. Text right there. Down the rabbit hole. Not rabbit hole, it's rabbit hole.
Sorry I haven't written in a while. I've been swarmed with work. I gotta tell you, your last letter was troubling, to say the least. I just can't believe she would set fire to your old paintings. Why would she do that? The lady in black especially? That was your tribute to her, wasn't it? I don't know what to tell you except to get her some professional help pronto. You could probably talk to someone as well. With all that's happened, I'm sure it would do you some good. I probably don't need to tell you that the buyer was sorely disappointed with the news. The new pieces just aren't selling as well as the classics. Anyway, I'll keep looking. You just hang in there and focus on your work. I know you still have it in you. I believe in you.
Your friend and agent Thomas Caldwell. I don't. Oh, what does it say there? Is it on the back? Maybe on the back. Maybe not the book, so... Switch. You can't fight her, she will break you. Locked. That's right. Okay, that's fine. Look closer. Before I do that, I'll look at the street. Rat rent. The rat ran into the flames, which it didn't do anything, but...
No matter what we did, the fireplace just wasn't enough to warm this room.
Like moths to flames. Painting of a fox. Candles. Painting of a rat, or possibly a dead rat. It's kind of a vibe. Floating. else. Oh, there's a number. So that should be clues. Let's see what this one is. 9, 4, 6. 6, 9. What the fuck?
Don't be scared. It's just a book, Birdie.
Okay, that was something. Fires out. I didn't jump, but I think I did feel part of my body temperature drop a little bit, which is pretty typical when I get a little spooked. So let's see, 6. That seems important. I should probably write that down. Oh, the box. Move mouse right, left, right to choose a cylinder, move the mouse down to cylinder. Watch out for this.
This is fine. This is good. These are great conditions. I can finish it. I can.
Watch out, you can't fight there. I don't think that's the same.
I will. I need to. For all our sakes. For our family.
I don't think that was the same text.
For a family? Or just for you? Go on. Tip the scales.
Oh, okay.
The green of her eyes. The red of my paint.
Which color should I choose? Green, red. What am I paint blue eyes? I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. Maybe the green? Oh, yeah. Scratch that wedding photo? Find, oh, scraps of love. Find even mental. Let's see, got some kids' toys, small children's-sized table, blocks that smell like mommy. Oh, more nice, creepy candles, shapeless streams written across the door. sound of weeping. The door we can't open.
I had the most beautiful dream last night. I dreamt he came to me, embraced me, loved me, as he once did. But we both know that while I dreamed my silly little dream, it was you. It was you he really lusted for.
She will break you, she will break you, she will break you. Pass it back. It's locked. Nope, not going back that way.
I think we should drop the toccata here. People won't be able to concentrate on anything but your music. It's about our family, after all. About both of us. I'm sure Thomas would agree with me.
Hey there, Arsenic Faye. Welcome in. This game looks cozy. Yes, very cozy. It's nice and dark and rainy, and there's lightning and thunder and the occasional rat that runs across the screen and possible ghosts, but hey, it's nice and cozy. Yeah. Spooky cozy, if that's what you mean, but yeah. By any chance, have you played this before, or the original? Because this is technically a remake of the original Layers of Fear. This is remaking the original, plus they squish all, well, not squish, it's like, it's meant to be a whole long story, so this is all of the games together woven into one cohesive story. Vibes are good and spooky, not spooky. It looks good. Yeah, it does. I think the original looked pretty decent already, but this one looks like a nice improvement in graphics, so things are like, HD and spooky. So far, it is noted that this character that we're playing, the artist, has a temper issue. He seems to be having issues with his artwork, and he's not getting along with his wife and daughter. There's some estrangement going on. Probably because he's obsessed with the painting, but these kind of stories and these kind of protagonists. You love horror games? Yeah, I kind of like it too. This one I wouldn't describe as a straight horror, like, Resident Evil. This is more of a narrative thing. I know some folks kind of write it off as like, oh, it's a walking simulator or something, but the point isn't to necessarily be scared. The point is to tell a story as you're like checking out items and checking out objects, and sometimes spooky things happen, but it's not you're not supposed to get jumped by monsters, at least not, I don't think so. Not allowed to have good family relationships in horror realms. Oh yeah, that is the thing. I mean, that's what brings up the horror, right? You can't have happy... If you had a happy family in a horror story, that's probably because it's a different sort of story, but, yeah, you gotta have that estrangement, that causes maybe bad jujus and hauntings, or something along the line, murder, maybe. But yeah, there's, like, crying in the distance, because I'm assuming that's meant to be the daughter, the estranged daughter, but we can't open the door that we hear the crying from. But I don't think we're supposed to, so that's reasonable. I have family. I think we should drop it. And yes, there's these texts. She will break you, she will break you. I don't think she is referring to the wife, I think she may be referring to the painting, because there's an obsession with the painting. Mess everywhere. I'm pretty sure that I can't go back now. Yep, can't go back. So we gotta check out the room. Art supplies, canvases. A document that I can't read, not unusual. A headless sculpture. Nothing there. I guess it's more canvases. So it's the audio is really nice for this because at least with proper headphones, it's all in all directions, and sometimes it feels a little unsettling because there are things that I hear that are just in a certain corner. But creepy paintings are mildly creepy paintings, but it's nice. Okay, so that doesn't seem suspicious. It's just a mess of paint all over. And then this little canvas, which just appeared, right? That wasn't there before. Oh no, the door was not there before. Oh. Oh. Look on the catch, and that's locked. So, am I checking the right canvas? I can actually move the canvas. No. This something? Can't cross it. So this game does have some puzzles. They're generally pretty light. I think I miss. Oh. See. Okay, I can see that. But if I look. Oh, shit, there. And that makes the statue disappear, and there's a key right there. And
Will this storm ever run out of rain?
simple puzzle, but that was pretty cool. Storm vibe, yeah, plenty of storms. And now it's storming indoors, what a mess. It's water. Too much water damage. But yeah, that was a pretty simple puzzle. You have to look through the different canvases to make them appear, and then eventually make the key appear. But it's a kind of cool perspective thing. Some music and text. It's four. Oh, is that another canvas? Yes, that's another canvas. We have 3 of 5, so it kind of pays to look through everything because I'm not sure what the purpose of assembling the canvas is, but I assume it's kind of like a, this is a game, so we gotta have some collectibles. Gotta love spooky puzzles? Yeah.
How can two people who once loved each other so fully, so profoundly, drift so far apart? My husband barely speaks to me anymore. He just slithers in and out of his study, obsessively working on one failed painting after another. He won't even sleep with me anymore. I can tell he's disgusted by me. The look he gave me the other day. That pathetic, hurtful look. A combination of shame, guilt, and repulsion. I've come to realize that I've become a monster in my husband's eyes. It feels like nothing a woman should ever experience. Still, being the good wife that I am, I decided to realize my husband's fantasy. If he thinks me a monster, I will sure as hell act the part.
Uh-oh. Footsteps. This mess was there before, and also that painting, I think had a kid in it. It's like he jumped out of the painting and started to run off. Is it still wet in here? No, it just kind of looks shiny.
Watch him drown.
dear sir or madam, we must kindly, albeit strongly, urge you to keep your voices down during the night. Your marital problems, while regrettable, are a private matter and should remain that way. They are certainly of no concern to us, and especially our children. Please, consider that not everyone is a freelance artist. Some of us have to get up early and work for a living. We need our sleep. We must also warn you that if things continue the way they are now, we will be forced to call the police.
Sincerely, your very tired neighbors. So I guess they argued tonight. That's an assumption. This is a huge house. Where are the fucking neighbors? Like, it's been very, very loud and disturbing if they cause that much noise. Locked. Locked, of course.
My home is my castle. Locked inside, I am safe.
Okay. Dogs. And growth of mushrooms. Coming off of the mushrooms. Neighbors seem like a Karen. Yeah, they probably. I mean, this is a big house. I assume they're all like kind of reasonably rich, so they're all going to be kind of Karens to a degree. Let's see. What? There is. Oh yeah, I forget you can't duck. But, there's stuff outside. There's an open window. This looks like the same room. Perhaps not. Oh, going in circles, which may be literal in the sense. There's the room again. What fuels my passion? Going in circles? Am I missing anything? No, nothing here. True, yeah. Alright, we got this room. Again, more going in circles. Fuels my passion. Oh. Drink, apparently. Oh, what's this? Can you pick that up? Oh. Oh, okay, you can replace the bottle with whatever the perfume bottle and the alcohol bottle. Let's take the perfume. Use my passion. Okay, now I'll go in the circle. We place the bottle on there, and that did move something. Things are getting a little darker. Another photo. Looks like a happy couple, but faces are scratched out. Oh, open the door again. Oh shit, maybe we don't want to go there just yet. That one's locked, so there's no choice. That one still says what fuels my passion. There is a fish that is still flopping in this drawer. What the heck?
I hated it. Always felt as if it wasn't my hand that wrote the letters when using it.
The drawer is like gradually closing. It always does that, but it's a little unsettling sounding.
I'm sorry for yesterday. You were right. I overreacted. It's just that this isn't about me. It's about her. Everything I do with her best interest in mind. I guess I've always believed that in an imperfect world, it's worth it to strive for perfection. Now I'm starting to sound like my father. I will work on my temper, though. Promise. We'll talk later.
I love it. There was another similar note to that earlier, promising to work on his temper. It's really dark here. I also hear buzzing. That's a painting of a fish market. It's a painting of somebody who cut someone else's head off. What's this? Locked. Switch. Oh, that turned off the light. And, oh, the paintings are a little different now. Lots of fish. Lots of rotting fish. Stag head. More paint. All canvas. Oh, that's a piece of canvas. Perfect. Oh, one more piece of canvas left.
What we witnessed today, while entirely worthless in artistic terms, might be an invaluable case study for psychologists. These harsh words came from none other than Jason Hughes. The famed critic was one of the first to appreciate the works of and whose praise once contributed to his first spectacular success. When asked if such brutal criticism was indeed called for, especially in light of the recent tragic events, Hughes responded, quote, "As critics, it is our duty to critique art, but not to judge the artist. The man has been through a lot lately, and obviously it has taken its toll on him. Still, if we were to remain silent and pretend this is even remotely acceptable, we would be doing the artist a disservice." Other critics were only slightly more lenient, as the
oh, it cut off. So it says you have been playing Don't Starve. How is that? And is that just Don't Starve, or do you also play the Together version of that too? Oh fuck, when did that happen? You look absolutely terrifying. Delightful. Ooh, gross. Water coming out of the stag head's mouth. Play Together as well? Play many games. Nice. What other kind of games do you like? It just spins, that's all it does. I was like expecting a clue on the globe, but yeah. So yeah, you mentioned you liked horror. Is it more like Resident Evil style horror, maybe Within style, or something else entirely?
The thought alone that the most beautiful piece of art doesn't have my name on it is killing me. So, will you marry me?
That is a weird proposal. Like, he kind of objectifies her a little bit. I got put my name on you kind of things. That's weird. Very weird. All of the above. So you love all of the horrors. That's great. Does that also explain? Does the love of horror also extend to movies as well?
In an unexpected experimental streak in his usually conservative endeavors, Thomas Caldwell hosted an extraordinary exhibition opening in his gallery. Quote, "This is a great day for me and my wife," said in the opening speech. Quote, "For us, this is not only an exhibition, this is how we want to live our life. Music accompanies my paintings just as she will accompany me in the future." It is rumored that after the exhibition, some kind of arrangement was set between Caldwell and...
You love cozy horror, psychological horror, and survival horror. And yes to movies and TV shows. Used to rent all the blockbuster horror movies back in the day. Ooh, nice. I'm not too good with survival horror, but it is interesting to watch. I definitely love the movies and the shows, as I did watch a lot of really random, I watch the blockbuster stuff, but I'll like watch the weirder, cheaper stuff too. I don't remember all the titles that I've seen, but horror is fun for me. As for playing games, I generally don't play it too often, but I'll try it. Definitely for October, I will play something notably very spooky, in addition to the monster-themed things that I want to do as well. I have over 1,000 hours in Dead by Daylight, and there's a Wild Naked in PCG. Let's try to catch that. I own over 80 horror games on Steam. Ooh, that's a nice collection. I don't know how many I have, but Dead by Daylight is interesting, although personally, unless you're playing as a survivor, it's not really a full-on horror game. And even some... push that button. I should push that button because it's light.
I have a responsibility. Finish it.
But I wouldn't... what was that? She Will Break You. That just... Survivor is your fave. I haven't played too much of it personally, but I suppose if I did, I might play this killer, but I don't really 100% consider it as a horror. It's definitely a survival, but like, I don't feel like it's that scary. Like, this is kind of like spooky, and that's why it's horror, but like, there's a hole in the wall right there I can't reach. I'm sure something will come out of that. She's close. Stay away, watch out. Oh, okay. What is all this? Rotten food? Is it rotten food? Is that maggots? Ooh, gross. Got burned out since you've been playing it since 2016. Ooh, that's... Okay, Survivor 8. I've been tier 1 several times. Burned out. Playing it since 2016. Oh my, that's a long time to play a single game, which I assume was made interesting for a while, but not anymore. Thing is, you don't get scared, but you like spooky vibes, with the exception of fish. Fish are terrifying. There's fish in Dead by Daylight? This is clearly spooky-ish moment. Definitely got the spooky vibe. Can't see it. It's definitely one of those games that are more fun with friends and not getting crying's pretty loud. Back in the pantry. What is that? Oh, it's
Linen. Anyone can paint on a linen canvas. I am not anyone.
Ew. That's a lot of mold. And I think the knife fell down and it caused the mold to spread. Right there. Still crying, I hear. Lone Why? Yikes, what's going on here? Ah, there's a bunch of potatoes. It's an attack potato. They are potatoes. They're like rotten potatoes, but they're potatoes, I think. Hello, Lone. Thank you for the hydrate. Heck was that? That was weird, but I guess we take it.
First, I looked for a canvas. Not just any canvas. I had to find a knife. Not one of those bread ones. It needed to be as sharp as a razor. So I used a razor, in fact, and then carefully flayed the skin. Booze helped keep my hand steady.
Blue skin is he talking about? And hi, how am I doing? I am doing alright. It is a spooky, cozy afternoon with layers of fear. Fuck, I hear sounds, but I don't think they're a threat, they're just sounds. But Layers of Fear is a narrative horror, as in like there are things that are happening, but I don't think they're supposed to hurt me. I'm not really sure on that. I can't be sold on that. But, yeah. I'm a little bummed that, it's already, late Sunday, which means, the weekend's almost over. And hello, Zay on Saturn. This game good? It is pretty interesting. Whether or not you deem it as good depends on what your definition of good is. So far, I like the atmosphere, and the music, and the sounds, and especially if you've got a really good set of headphones, it's got like an excellent surround sound. It's got excellent surround sound, so it's like, those little creaks and whispers and crying feel like they are coming from a particular direction, and we stay there and you can kind of look around. And this one looks like a piece of canvas. I think that's the last piece, but yes, spooky stuff happens. But it is pretty interesting. But if you're like expecting something like a Left 4 Dead-ish, like zombie shooter, or like a survival horror like Resident Evil, this is quite that, because there's no weapons. You just walk, you look at clues, and that'll, yeah, there's noises, and you look at the scraps of paper and the clues, and you basically try to piece the story of what happened in this household or something. But thank you for the shouting. Yeah, no problem. And I hope you are having a good Sunday afternoon yourself, or actually for you, I believe it's the evening now. Oh, there was these potatoes that came out. I think I haven't checked this out yet. Okay, so this is the shopping list from earlier. That hasn't changed. Paint, rose door, umber, sienna, brushes, oil, air freshener, apples, and a crap ton of booze. I believe this character has a bit of a drinking issue, which is likely causing more trouble with his wife, aside from the whole him being obsessed with painting.
Figured you'd be up all night, so I made you a little treat. You know, I bet even Rembrandt occasionally took time off from being brilliant.
Okay, I read that one earlier, so... oh, sounds good. Gotta love a blood-stained note. Was it... I'm trying to look and see. Is it blood-stained? It kind of looks blood... Oh, yeah, it is. It's either blood-stained or possibly red paint. Because there's a lot of, like, spatters of red, but it looks like there's a lot of broken bottles, too, so you don't know if it's blood or paint or wine. And the door opens back. Yes, thank you. That is back to the house proper. And I think that fragment now, all of these I've already looked at. That's the entryway. So yeah, this is, I would say this qualifies as a pretty good cozy horror. Oh, so we got some stuff.
No, this is...
Okay, I already looked at that one. Oh, these are things we found, because before the wall was completely empty, so as we find different clues and mementos and pictures, they'll appear here. Same here. This was not open before.
What we witnessed today, while entirely worthless in
Oh
artistic...
no, I did see something. These are locked. Was that knocking? Yeah, that was knocking. Probably. Pass catches on. Could be both blood in the... Oh, yeah, that too. Or you're using the paint to... No, you're using the blood to paint with. That feels like a reference to something else, but this is now the painting, so I think once we click the painting, that will end chapter, the act or chapter, and it moves on to the next one. Those appear to be very fleshy flamingos, maybe? Oh yes, there was like an illustrated card of like Red Riding Hood with the big bad wolf that he did supposedly for a children's novel, but the publisher was like, "No, that looks terrible. Don't draw something so cursed," kind of thing. Nice spooky flamingos, and it looks like the cabinet is now open too. The first one. So that usually means it's one act done. Okay, let me see if I can do that. First, I looked for a canvas, not just any canvas. I had to find a knife. Okay, that's the one you're talking about. One of those red ones. Use a razor, in fact, and then carefully flayed the skin. Booze helped keep my hand steady, and that appears to...
First, I looked for a canvas. Not just any canvas.
I think he cut somebody's skin off to paint on the skin, so... Ew. I guess the skin can be
Moths
canvas.
Drawn to the fire between them. No matter if the flame was desire, despair, or hate.
Hannibal vibes? Yeah, that does sound like Hannibal. I mean, in a way, kind of like tattooing is like, painting on the skin, but this is much more gruesome because he actually takes the skin off of you. Or somebody. I don't know if that's his own skin or he found somebody and played them, so...
I hereby resign from service as maid in house.
Yeah, this guy definitely had a maid. There was a note earlier on the door, the art room door that had her talking about, oh, I found this key in your art room and I put it back in the office, and I had this very nervous voice, so clearly she didn't like being here. And it's a good thing she left, because who knows what could have happened. Assuming he did actually do something to her already before she officially left. Hello, welcome in. Yay, I am streaming before your midnight. Yes, this is very rare. In the case of today, it is a special request, and we are actually playing something a little spooky. Quick shout out. This is Layers of Fear. Regular lesson playing first online. I hope that is going well for you. Spooky, yes. It's mostly like spooky in vibes, as in like, there's a lot of like noises and sounds that are really nice, especially when you have proper headphones. Everything sounds spooky. Oh, there's the canvas. So that's the canvas for this act or chapter. I believe the character we are playing is a very unsettled artist. He's like, his family is estranged.
I can't stand seeing you like this. You're not well. You were sweating and shaking all night, and now there you are, locked in your workshop as usual. This whole tortured artist nonsense has got to stop.
Seems like a good... Yeah, it is pretty good as a narrative, a horror, or a spooky narrative. Now, it's not quite like Dark Pictures where, it's like a movie and it plays out and, you pick your choices. For this, it's more like you explore this house and you pick up the clues, and while you don't... The clues don't necessarily... aren't required for you to move on to the next area, but if you, like, absorb them in and you can kind of piece together the story for yourself. What happened in this house, and what's the deal with this family, and little bits and pieces. It's like, you're to, investigate some other house or spooky house. Welcome, or I mean not welcome, hey, thank you for the subscription, Couple, for tier 1. And please enjoy your ad-free viewing and emotes. But yeah, it's definitely a narrative thing. I know some folks will disparage it and say it's just a walking simulator, but the whole point isn't to like run through this whole house and get to the end. The point is to check out every little thing, look at all the objects and items, read the notes, and figure out what happened. It's the environmental storytelling. I know sometimes I'll talk about that when it comes to like Fallout or Fallout New Vegas. I think maybe Starfield will have this too, but you pick up items and the item itself will tell you the story. You liking the mischievous 808 emote? It's a 808 is from Hi-Fi Rush, which is not a horror or spooky thing, but she's a robot cat, but this is one of the cute ones. I love that one. Old torture artist. So yes, he's having issues. Probably not just the estrangement, but also the art thing, because he has to work on these commissions, but the commissions are like really terrible, or they don't fit, and it's not as successful, the whole tortured artist thing in this case is not putting out the work that you think you should be putting out. Earlier he started the painting and it came out looking like torn up or fleshy flamingos. And just kind of walking through the house, sometimes stuff happens, and then occasionally there will be like a bit of a puzzle. So far I wouldn't say the puzzles are very difficult, but it's sometimes pretty neat because there was this canvas one, and you had to look through the canvas in the right direction to make other canvases appear, and then eventually the key Oh, and there's a wild div PCG if anyone wants to try to catch them. Keep seeing this stag head.
You keep the fire in your office just to stop me, don't you? You hate me that much?
Sometimes the stag head does weird stuff, like bleed from its, leak or bleed from its mouth, and that's just a little unsettling. So I think this is supposed to. It doesn't look like his office.
Stop like I'm some drunk. I know how to handle my liquor.
Oh yeah, he also drinks a lot. There was a shopping list that had like booze 30, so I'm assuming he bought like 30 bottles of wine. And booze are doing a lot of creepy paintings. This one. Anything in the drawers? No. This is cool. Yeah, it is pretty cool. I did. Shit. Shit.
Don't push me away.
Well, that was like a literal, like, shove, force shove. But there's quite a mess right there. It's really dark. Dark. I hate it when that happens. What, the jumps or the pushing? So, let's see. Some stuff to check out.
Minced mice, chunky, crunchy, carcasses starving me out, constantly sick.
I don't know, that's a voice I don't recognize. Artist impression. Collect rat sketch. So that's an unusual one. What is that? Another. Is this a haiku attempt? Nom 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 nom. Ghost in real life, man. I don't know. That sounded like it could have been a haiku attempt. Let's check out this room before we move on to the next one. Excuse you. Okay, so that is down. There's nothing in the
I
fireplace.
keep the fire because I'm freezing, for God's sake.
I want this as well. Okay. So sometimes when I get like jumpy, I don't necessarily do the screaming and whatever, but I will feel my temperature basically drop. It like feels like, you know, if there's such thing as a soul leaving, it basically temporarily leaves and then comes back. This is the door that is locked. Lots of wine bottles.
All I asked for was an edible meal. At least one that had any taste at all.
Rawr, hey, Solar Luigi, welcome in. Did you scare me? No, but an attempt. It was a worthy attempt. That's where he went wrong. Paprika tastes like nothing. I guess so. I don't think I've ever had straight paprika before, so I can't say. Oh, that door's open now. There's an elevator? Okay, before I go there, what's this?
This is my house. You can't keep locking me in. You're so afraid of fire. How can you cut off the means of escape?
Remember the white lady and Liza P. Beat her offline. Whoops. Whoops. That's actually quite. That's a congratulations because you beat her. But you know, I know. Like for me, sometimes when I play games, I do a little better off stream because you know it feels slightly less pressure. But at least you beat her. So yeah, still a big congratulations for that. For this game, this is just a spooky, atmospheric horror narrative. Nice little exploration of this creepy house that keeps twisting in itself. Hate fast, speedy bosses and soulies. They are your nemesis. Oh yes, I remember watching that fight. She doesn't really stop, does she? Or at least I don't remember her really stopping. So it's like, where's the opening to attack? is in chat. So not yet. But yes, we're just basically walking through this house, checking out all the objects, and the objects will tell us a story. So, let's see. We're so afraid of fire, how can we cut off the means of escape? I think the wife may be having some issues too. This door is also locked.
Suddenly, everything I find relaxing is a fire hazard.
Oh, she has a fear. Oh, yes, I think she has a fear of fire because she's supposed to be a musician, and the opera house that she played at burned down. So there's some trauma right there. Nice creepy elevator. Light switch, emergency stop. Doesn't matter which way. I don't think so. No. Okay, you can only go one way anyways. Right, gotta close the door. How many floors is this house? Oh, there shouldn't have. Oh, fuck. The house isn't supposed to have more than 2.
Defy entropy. Defy the flames. Finish it!
Everything you find relaxing is a fire hazard. Oh, yes. I guess it's like he likes fire and smoking, so that's a fire hazard, right? Fuck. That a creepy painting? That's kind of creepy.
Here are the calculations you asked for. You need to also include the cost of lamps for every room.
I don't care how much it costs. She's afraid of fire. We will have electricity, and that is that.
Oh. Oh, wait. I wonder when did this take place, because if you're adding electricity in, like, the early 1800s, that's not exactly very safe. Those tend to burn down, too. And is this the remake of Layers of Fear? Or, no, this is the remake. So this is Layers, with an S, of Fear, which includes the original Layers plus 2. So it's the entire series rolled into one game, stitched together as a cohesive story. Oh, here. I'll have electricity, that's that. The last part is written very aggressively in red. Oh, okay. It's so far, I think it's finish it written backwards in white paint. There's nothing else there. I mean, the original Layers was pretty good looking already, but this is a graphical improvement. Piece of canvas. Nice. Locked. Spooky blinky lights. Okay, that's not actually part of the light. It cannot be uncovered. Let's see. Oh, it's the text on the wall. Glass.
Let's talk about the symbolic aspects of your work.
I'd rather not.
Why is that?
A symbolism is a word that gets thrown around a lot, usually when people don't really know what to make of you. The worst question you could possibly ask me is, what did you mean by that? If it was that simple, I wouldn't have painted it. I would have just told you. Of course, we can talk in general about themes that have always inspired me. Duality, conflict. I think that all art revolves around some sort of struggle. Whether or not we're able to see it, of course, is an entirely different matter.
So for a remake, this is actually pretty good. As in, it feels... I don't know, if you never played the first one, it's actually pretty good as the first entry or something. Yeah, I guess we're walking. Godzilla -1 is 2 hours and 5 minutes long. Ooh, that's... Ooh, fuck.
The life of painting, the soul. I need it. I need it to be perfect, striking, vibrant life. Fire!
This dude really likes fire. I like fire too. Maybe not to that degree, but you know. But yeah, 2 minutes and 5 minutes for a movie, I think that's pretty average these days, right? It's when it starts pushing towards 3 hours, that's like, well, or pushing past 3 hours. My goodness. It's just burning. Oh, this space is like a mirror space. Now that I finish it correctly written as opposed to backwards. This canvas. Fire so pretty, yes indeed it is. Dangerous but pretty. What's this? Pianist?
Why did you stop? That dude was perfect. Honey, please, just a little longer. At least until I finish painting this one part. Oh, don't make me beg.
Fuck. Burning. Okay, I admit to flinching a bit for that one. It's like a straight jump, but a flinch. When the audio sting of the piano hit. That's long too. Yep, that's his finish. Nope.
Here are the calculations you asked for. You need awesome.
Yeah, it's the same route. It's supposed to be the same room, essentially. Same hallway, essentially. See that? I don't think the waifu can handle that much fire, though. Yeah, no. Most definitely not. Oh, wet footprints again. Follow the footprints or not? Let's check this direction first. Oh, there's more wet footprints there too. Oh, maybe this is one of those looping hallway things. As in, like, if I don't follow the footprints, it will just loop. So, let's see this. Yeah, it does. So I have to follow the footprints. I'm curious. I am curious if if like the fire maybe damaged her hands and she can't play anymore, so that would affect, you know, negatively affect her too. Paintings are so hard to close. And thank you very much for these subscriptions, Lone Wolf Pack 04. Subscribe for 2 months. Tier 1, thank you for the subscription. Please continue enjoying your Tier 1 emotes and ad-free viewing. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And this is more paintings, yes. Creepy paintings. Oh, this is the what is it? The execution of like Hollow Furnace or something. I don't remember, but I know the artist and I know the title. I just can't remember the exact off the top. Excuse you. Oh, another canvas. Key. So let's grab the canvas. Looks like something on fire. Oh, one more piece for the painting. And key. Okay. Hallways changed again. Or has it? I think it's just... It's the same hallway. I think one of the keys should open one of these doors. And a Wildfire seed has appeared for PCG if anyone wants to try to catch that. Oh, nicer hallway. Not as creepy. Dark. Like, dark. Like, music notes. Pretty paintings. Wasn't very long. Trump?
Lice, mice, bald, bloody spots, hair, not mine. Where are the scissors?
That's a nice sketch, maybe. Okay, that was another rat painting. That's also... Rat paintings are like a type of collectible. But that one's locked, so I can't go there just yet. If not a haiku, definitely an attempt at a poem. More mice or rats. What's this? Morphine prescription. Patient name illegible, date illegible. William H. Green, M.D. Nothing in that drawer. Wait a minute, did it open? Shit, did it change? No. Yeah, it did change, and I felt my temperature leave me again, so okay. Is it that which door I checked? So that one's pretty weird.
Oh, stop looking at me like that. It's just a little something to help me focus on my work, that's all. Nothing. They're getting smart.
Rat traps, mice traps, mouse traps. Creepy hallway, but not so creepy. I mean, it's still creepy, but, you know, not as creepy. I mean, it's creepy in a different way. I mean, this one sounds like ghosts, the other one just sounds... Sure, let's go down this one. Canvas piece. Okay, that's a dead end. Nice. Always changed. It's nice and long and dark. Yes, thank you. Let's see, which path should I follow?
I always loved painting blood.
Painting blood, not painting with blood, right? A little something new while trying to finish their paper. F this painting, Thrill. That's a door.
Is this the right door for you?
You always wanted to have a huge garden. Green calmed your nerves, you said. Is this the right door for me?
Okay, so make up your mind. Oh. Okay, so I guess I have to pick a door. Green or red? Oh, this is there was a similar choice before. Let's take green. Because I took green before. It was like the choice between a painting. There was like a red painting and a green painting. Photo of presumed the wife at the piano. Not scratched out. Not openable, but for some reason not noticing. And redeemed hydrate. Thank you very much for the hydrate. I see. It's like fire. Oh, that's locked. Oh, okay. Let's look at those. That was a little fire. Partially scorched painting. You have to walk into the fire. That's great. Oh, candle?
No excuses, no accidents, no weakness. Just fire from the depths of your soul. Finish it.
I feel like walking in that is not a great idea. I can choose. Oh, that's the other candle.
I never wanted it to come to that. But here we are. I will protect myself.
What do you have? Do what you have to find something to hold her back? I don't remember this, but... Oh, fuck. Focus Lake to banish the enemy. Yeah, I don't remember that. Destroy one of the objects with light. Interesting. That might be a new thing. Gross. Hope he's talking to himself about finishing it. I think the assumption that it's supposed to be about the painting, because he's obsessed with the painting. And finishing a painting that's good, quote, good and successful. Protecting what child? Who knows? There's some references to a her. I'm gonna close this just cause. But, there's like a reference to a her, but I don't know if it's like an actual person or most likely like a kind of entity, or maybe it's referring to the painting.
Since my last letter, things only got worse. Yesterday, a stool broke underneath me. My cup stuck to a kitchen table. We need new servants. These people are so lazy. It's like nobody wants to work anymore.
Oh, this guy sounds familiar. Kind of an asshole. I mean, he was already kind of an asshole, but he's just becoming more of an asshole. What the hell is that? It's a weird goopy thing. Ew. Maybe it's a paint tube, because it's leaking out of this. Wow, a rich asshole? Yeah.
As of today, I'm resigning from work at this house. I think I don't have to explain my reasons. You know how life in this house looks. If I could give you some advice, think about being more understanding and a bit nicer to future servants.
I'm done. I'll do it myself. Keeping the house from breaking apart can't be that hard. Why can't you understand? I'm working in here. I swear if I'm interrupted one more time.
That one's locked.
I thought it would be harder. It should be harder. Bones shouldn't break so easily.
Ooh, that's not a good sign. That's locked. This is dark. What's this? Was this open before? No, it is not. You know what this reminds me of? The whole banishing of like echoes and things. It kind of reminds me of Alan Wake, of the whole shadows thing. Not letting me touch that, so I don't know if it's working or not.
He looked so delicious when the flame burned him out.
Nope, that's not working either, so maybe that was it. famous last words. Thanks to horror games, you never want a mansion. Oh, you want to play Alan Wake this October? Oh yeah, I was actually planning on playing, or rather replaying Alan Wake at some point too. October might be a good choice, but I was also thinking about Evil Within, since that one I haven't played before at all. Like the Edith Finch game that Talk was playing. Oh yes, that one. I've actually played that one too. That one is kind of similar to this in that I believe it's supposed to be like one of those narrative, not walking simulators, but narrative type of game to explore, and that is walking away. Okay, so I can't go back there. Narrative story. Feel like you keep hearing good things about it? Yes. Although we can't really detail a whole lot of things because it always it's kind of spoilery if we mention too much. Okay, so this is not doing anything, is it? I feel like I'm missing something. This is locked. Sounds are getting worse. Do I need to close the door? Let's just keep the light intensity. I hit a lot of buttons just watching it the other day. Ooh. Yes, I remember the story for that one. I actually finished that one, I think, in one setting. So, yeah, I can't talk too much about it without spoiling too much. Okay, so that one. It should be this. This is the one up. Nothing's triggering it. Did I lock myself in? This is locked still. How about something here? Oh, there's that, but it's not doing anything up there either. Huh. I'm gonna be annoyed if it's like something that's similar dumb. This is some gun too. It's the same one. This doesn't let me go through, so. Oh. Huh. Yeah, gotta burn it. And there's the key. Back away for a moment. get the key though, right? Yeah, we did. So gee, man. Oh, this is starting to remind me of the. Oh, this is actually reminding me of the Medium. The Medium is also another game made by this developer. Oh fuck. And this is like the parts that sort of remind me of like Hells or, you know, Space, the other Space in Silent Hill. Well, okay.
This house is absolutely amazing. Oh, but those stairs. With that leg of mine, I think you'll have to carry me to the bedroom once we move in.
Alright, so object stuff getting worse. Videos getting kind of warpy.
The only thing that could make her smile.
Oh, this was the bedroom. Music seems to calm everything down. Looks like it's dark and the bed looks like it's floating. Is everything floating? Oh no, it's just the weird black book receding.
I needed to remove the flesh from the bone. At first, I was lost as to how, but then I sawed it off with a handsaw, boiled it, then put the bone in a mortar. I had to get one, obviously. This was not something I'd done before. Finally, I mixed the dust with some white paint.
Ew.
It made for a lovely undercoat.
Also ew. Are we making paint from bones now? It cannot be undone. More bottles of alcohol. Oh, there's the painting. And there's more collectibles there. Let's see all the photos we collected this time. Oh, and rats. What's that? Oh, the cup too.
It's not like I'm some drunkard.
Oh, so these little silhouettes represent different objects. That's pretty cool. Okay, so this means this will end the this act, but I will note that it is not quite late, but it is approaching my dinner time. So I think once the next save point hits, I'm going to go ahead and end for the night. Which I'm sorry, it is very brief, but I hope to play this again very soon. But let's check and see if there's anything now. Okay, hate. Even now, lost. Alone. You deserve it. Brave for you. Finish it. It's a note that seems to be broken. So, yes, nothing there. And continue the next step of painting. So we had fleshy flamingos this time. What'll it be next? I have no idea what that is. Looks like maybe some sort of a corpse, but like torn? Okay, so another cabinet is opened, and you can see the objects of this chapter.
I thought it would be harder.
So those
I needed to remove the flesh from...
So yeah, that is that act. And it's like day or period has changed.
Their life started to fall apart. Everything he touched turned to rot.
Oh, and the voice of the lady, I think, is the writer in the prologue, so there's a little bit of an ongoing narrative there. Warm emerges. Oh, that looks great. I haven't seen the save icon yet, so we'll just keep going until that happens. Henry Marvel, MD, Relationship Counselor, telephone. Number 225 East 5th Street, March 3rd. This time you're really going. Oh, the message on the back that says we're going. So, yep. Marriage on the rocks. Going to see a counselor or therapist, which they keep putting off. What's this?
Look, honey, it's your favorite. Come, sit with me, like in the old times.
Oh, liquid in the bottle actually is liquid. Castello di Grande Olin, so maybe this is some sort of wine.
I will get you, you furry leeches. Get out of my house.
A bloody hammer. I guess he's trying to kill the rats with a hammer. Glass. What is that? Oh, weird. Bathroom?
Blood is thicker than water.
Bloody jar. What is that? Doll with a note on it.
Everything I touch breaks.
This house is sick. The world is breaking around us. Everything I touch breaks. That has the same red paint or blood on it too. There's for some reason a painted heart on the toilet tank. That doesn't look like something he painted though. Maybe his daughter.
Good, solid undercoat. A primer that will hold it all together so it doesn't rot.
Dolly, love the crapper. I mean, it's the only thing that doesn't look... I mean, aside from the fact that it's weirdly painted on the tank, it's not outright creepy. Oh, and there's the save icon. So, unfortunately for now, before I proceed, I think I might have to end for now because I do have to get dinner. But I'd like to thank everybody for hanging out and joining me today on this nice little spooky horror adventure narrative journey. So, if it'll let me pause for a moment. But thanks for playing. Yes, no problem. And I hope to continue this very soon. So, maybe... The thing is, I think for this one, it's a little off schedule, so I might try again for next Sunday. But, yeah, thanks for the strum. Yeah, no problem, Loon. And, thank you guys very much. We have a quick thank you for Punakuppa and Lone Wolfpack for the subs today. And thank you everybody for hanging out. And, Daedric Shadow, hello! And thank you as well for the resub. Rats love you. You caught me at the end because I'm about to go to dinner. But thank you very much for dropping by and resubscribing. And yes, thank you Brightly in Arsenic Faye, Punakuppa, Soul of Niji. Anybody I'm missing? I know I'm missing somebody. Oh, Jarred Gaming as well for dropping in and hanging out and didn't get a notification. And oh, now there's a hype train. Oh boy. It says it's close. Ooh, should we wait that one out? I can continue. I can try to continue a little longer, and wait for that to like pan out or something. But yeah, this is a spooky game. Not like horror, but kind of spooky. End of stream hype train. Okay, but yeah, it just says it's close. It's not an actual train yet, so fuck. But you know, you can try and go until the next.
The world is breaking around us.
At least until that one, that train ends, or attempted train ends. But I don't know when the next save point is though. But yeah, welcome in, Dark Shadow. Oh, let me give you a shout out to before I forget. No, that's not good. That's not good. Spell shout out. Sorry you missed me. Oh, that's alright. That's quite alright. I know Twitch gets kind of weird and, you know, notifications don't happen and then sometimes it'll, like, unfollow you because apparently Twitch unfollowed me from Sunny for a while and I didn't realize until, hey, wait a minute. I'm not following her anymore, so, yeah, that's fine. Yes, last seen playing Elder Scrolls Online as well. Yes, thank you for dropping by, and since you're here, we can play a little longer, since I don't think it's going to be too far off. So yes, this is Layers of Fear, a narrative, spooky, kind of horror game. Did I go this way already? I think I need to walk this way. I feel like I walked this way. I got turned around. Oh, yeah, Prince went that way, so I think this is the right way right here. And, for the shout out, yes, no problem at all. Yeah, it's a narrative horror. We're walking, we're exploring, we're picking up items to see figure out what happened to this family in this house. Stuff is happening, things are spooky. Oh, that's a person, okay. I generally don't get spooked too easily, but when I do, what's that? Oh, fuck. What am I supposed to do about that? Do I approach that or chase that? Yeah, I'm walking toward it. Sure, why not? Fuck. Burn.
Where? Get out.
Oh, okay, I think I have to. God, I can. Face your fear, see your enemy, and fail. Okay, so you can sort of die, I guess, but do I have to? What did that do? I don't remember that. I don't know if I'm supposed to pass that or not, but maybe I'm not supposed to. Twitching. Pyramid Man cameo? No, that was like a shadow lady or something. Shadow Man from Evil Within. Oh, no, yeah. I think I was supposed to run past her, but I wasn't sure how quickly she would, like, reconstitute herself, so that was a fail, I guess. Or maybe it's supposed to happen because now this is a different area, and maybe, I don't know, if, like, failing or passing certain parts is like a choice. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, I typically don't get like scared in the jumpy, screamy sort of way, except for that one time in Resident Evil Village, the DLC, where I wasn't expecting it, and then I actually audibly screamed. There is a clip of that. Is it the same thing? No. Yes, maybe. I don't know. I can't tell. Anyways, it's locked now, so I can't go back that way. Oh yes, so I do have to get past that part because this is familiar. Okay. Trying to get past
The world is breaking around us.
But yeah, like, I typically don't scream, I just shit. My temperature basically drops. Or, you know, if you believe in souls, it's my soul leaving my body and coming back. Yep, I'm not gonna put that way down there. There's the burning thing and then running. Come on. You wanna come closer? Alright, run. Okay, so there it is.
You're so cruel.
Live life. Oh, always caps lock. Live life boldly. Okay, so that was the. Oh man, I do need to eat, so I think that was the save point. So unfortunately, now this time I think I have to end for a little, and it looks like the hype train or the pre-hype train is done, so it's okay. All right, now we can end because I want to get through that. She didn't like it. She wanted to hug you all goopy. You didn't get ghastly. Oh, the catch, right? Oh yeah, it missed. So yeah, perhaps next time. But for now, I'll take a slight break and I will turn on some music and then I'll look for someone to raid unless anyone has a suggestion. So let's take a look. Actually, I could just leave the ambient noise on and let it be spooky. So, I don't think anything will randomly hurt me if I'm just standing here, but we'll take a look. Alright, so I could send you guys to someone else playing this game, but since it is a narrative thing, there's a possibility that you might get spoilers, so I'm going to look for someone else first. Let's see. Thanks for the stream. Glad you caught me for a little while. Yes, thank you very much for dropping in. Ever so brief, but yes, it's always glad to see you. Always glad to see everybody here. Appreciate y'all for being here, hanging out and watching the spookies. Okay, let's see. Let's raid Spitfire. She is a friend of mine, Spitfire 3478, and she was playing Elder Scrolls Online. Completely different than this game, but she's a very lovely person. So it's RCP. Okay, let's get to that now. For anybody who wants to hang out. More creepy noises. Hi. Wants to hang out off stream. There's a Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. For raiding, there's raid calls. Let's see. There's that for non-subs, and there's this for subs. Let me go to the other screen. This is not the correct screen. I don't see like the ad breaks pop up sometimes when the game is at full screen, so I do apologize for that. There might be ads ongoing right now. And yeah, next official stream will be actually tomorrow, in which I will be playing my official story game, which was chosen by a community vote via Twitter and Discord. From the looks of it, it might be Vampire the Masquerade, but there's still about a day's voting left, so we'll see. If you're on my Discord already, you'll see the update for that, and that will be Monday tomorrow officially, but that's Monday at 10 p.m. my time, Pacific Daylight Time, so it is much later than now. I can't really stream earlier during days because I got work, but yeah, that's the next official stream. And this specific game, I'll see if I can play more of it next Sunday, but we'll see. And yes, for anybody who is sub, you may have also noticed the emotes. There's the mischievous 808 and also the spinning jerky Godzilla, so that was recently added because we passed a sub goal. Very big thank you to Eliana for that, for contributing to that, or rather, bringing the goal to its finish line. So yes, big thanks to the Eliana. Let me go ahead and give her a quick shout out too. So yes. Alright, we got the raid calls. We will be visiting Spire. So let me give you the link for Spitfire. Spitfire 3, 4, 7, 8. Make sure I got the number right. And yep, that's good. Raid channel. Alright, so thank you once again. I bid you a good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whichever your time zone is. And I will start the raid right now. So the link is there in case you accidentally get Twitch ditched. Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Much love to you all. Thank you for the subs and resubs. I hope to see you and catch you again the next time. Bye. Actually, let me finish this one first. Alright, bye-bye.